Hi everybody, it's Matt Trappe, here to give you some tips and guidelines to help you create some great footage for the Community Voices project. Thanks for helping us out. For the Community Voices project, we're asking you to submit two different types of footage. The first is an interview style clip, just like this, where you're talking to your phone and you're telling us your story. Maybe you're speaking to the themes or the prompts that we've given for that particular project or that particular month. That'd be really helpful. The second type of clip is called B-roll. B-roll is any other footage outside of the interview footage that supports your story. Whether it's running or not running, anything that supports the prompt and the theme and the story you give us would be really helpful. Now, on with the tips. First thing to do is to check your phone settings. Make sure that your camera on your phone is recording video at ideally 4K at 24 frames per second, or at a minimum 1080p at 24 frames per second. If your phone's capable of shooting slow motion, check those settings as well. 1080p at 120 frames per second is ideal and is really all that we need to work with. Another thing that's helpful is to talk to your camera, tell us your story, but do it from eye level, sort of like this. It's a lot more pleasant to look at than down like this. If I'm holding it low, or maybe like this, if I have it at a table, it becomes a little bit of an awkward angle to be watching somebody talk from. When you're shooting B-roll, please set the camera down on a tree branch, on a rock, on a bench, even on the ground. Don't run with your camera because that footage is often way too shaky and just not usable for us. Another thing to keep in mind is the direction of the light when you're shooting B-roll or when you're shooting your audio, when you're talking to your camera. Right here, I have a light right off in front of me. It's the window, and the light coming in the window lights me in the background up just great. If I stand in the same place and I just pivot around, now it's really awkward. Now there's a big bright light source behind me. I probably look either really dark or the background looks really blown out. So think about where the light is and always keep the light in front of you. It helps us a lot if you shoot horizontally. We all like to shoot vertically on our phones because that fits a phone screen. We aren't watching all films on our phone. Last thing I'd recommend to do is to shoot your interview first. When you're talking to your camera, when you have ideas of what you're gonna say, it flows real freely. Then start to think about what you said, go back and try to match B-roll to fit with what you had talked about. If you shoot the B-roll first, you might end up talking through something and thinking, I should have shot this, I should have shot that. So shoot the interview first, then shoot some B-roll for us that sort of fits with the things that you talked about in your interview. Everything I shot in this video was all on my phone. I didn't use a tripod, I didn't use any equipment at all whatsoever. Took my phone on my run, snapped just a few shots, nothing crazy, and then spent some time just holding the phone out in front of me, eye level, and talking to the camera. So anyone can do it. You guys are gonna do great. Send us everything you've got, everything. Don't worry about whether it's good or not. Don't try to edit it. Don't try to put any filters on it. Just send us your raw clips, and let's see if we can make something cool. Oh, and one more thing. On the Community Voices page at trailfilmfest.com, scroll through the instructions that you've hopefully read, and at the bottom is how you submit your videos. There's a link to submit your videos, which takes you to a Dropbox page. On that page, it allows you to choose your files, click your photo library, pick the video that you'd like to submit, click done, enter your first name, enter your last name, enter your email address, and click upload. Once it finishes uploading, you'll see a confirmation page, and then you'll know you're all set. Thanks again, everybody.